What's up, my fellow Toku nerds and fellow Scavenger nerds? Let's talk about episode 46 of Kamen Rider Zeztz. Yeah, I know, I'm late. And no jacket. I know. I'm sorry. Saturday and Sunday were busy for me. I got the Frozen play that I was part of, which went fantastic. By the way, it was such an incredible show. And I want to thank you guys for being patient with me throughout the times. Not gonna lie, each day was very, very stressful. It was a lot of fun to do, don't get me wrong. But me personally, it took a lot of time out of my day to work a lot and to go straight to theater. So it felt like I had very little room of time to do stuff that I love to do. But at the same time, stuff that I love to do is also, I'm gonna make this short and simple. It's just been difficult. But I'm here now, and then I'm gonna finish talking about Zeztz, and then we'll go from there. So let's get right to it with episode 46. We left off where we start where we left off last episode with Baku finding them, which turns out this episode's gonna be a little bit of scrambly whiminess going on, so bear with me here. I've seen the episode once, and just go with the flow. So Baku, instead of disappearing like everyone else, he kind of had like a temporarily, because he was going to and from dreams a lot, which is still very unclear on how he's able to do that. Like, he goes into this water pit, and then all of a sudden he's in his bed. Then he just fall into bed then? It's very unclear on that front. But either way, Baku wakes up before he vanishes, immediately turns into Zeztz. This form specifically. No, I did not plan it. No. But, so now he's able to roam freely in the real world without worrying about disappearing. Unless he takes off suit, which he doesn't. But we also find out that the dreams that Nem has been having is actually when she wakes up, not when she falls asleep. So that was a good twist. I didn't know that until watching this episode. It was really clever. Yuya Takahashi, you are a clever man. I hope you're watching this. I doubt you are, but good on you for being clever. Sure, some people may argue that it's Baku having the main character plot armor thing. Yeah, sure, whatever. At least there's a reason. At least there's a reason why he's still able to be Baku and not disappear like everyone else. Well, not everyone else. You get the point. You get the point what I was trying to say. So, with that, he's been searching them. He finally finds her in the real world, which is where, in the last episode, we thought Nem was being chased by a monster or something. Turns out it was actually Zeztz, or Baku himself. Which, to be fair, seeing that Nem doesn't really remember Zeztz, does make it seem like Zeztz is a monster and is alright. Although, also, to be fair, I don't think we ever understand what's the reason why Zeztz looks like Zeztz. I'm not sure if that ever comes into play with any other Kamen Rider shows, but that's just what I know of Zeztz right now. We have not established why Zeztz looks like Zeztz. It could be any other suit. It could be a Dawn suit. It could be a Nox suit. So why Zeztz specifically? Like, what is it supposed to be? We never got the full understanding of it. We know that it's powered from nightmares and all that, but we don't know what it's supposed to be. Exactly. I'm rambling. I know it's supposed to be an Ichigo reference. Classic Kamen Rider look. I still love the suit. I'm rambling too much. Let's move on. So, after Nem kind of falls asleep in the real world, Baku takes her back to the Zeztz base. Which, from there, he was able to enter Nem's dream, and henceforth we got the battle with Oblivion and the Lady / Phantom. So that was pretty fun. And then with that, it became. I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember everything that happened in this episode. Again, I only seen it once. I should watch it more than once. But again, I've been busy. So Baku and Nem have been talking about what to do about the whole situation. Baku comes to the realization that in order to defeat Phantom, you need Shadow to hide or to nullify the illusions. So, who better than Nox, or in this case Odaka, to help in this instance. But remember, he does not remember about everything. So, they go back in a dream, and in this dream, Nem's mother, the lady, pretty much makes an announcement that Baku kidnapped Nem. Also, we got to see the return of the red dress from the first episode. Cool touch. But, so with that, the police and Odaka are on it, trying to get down Nem. Fujimi and Odaka make it to Baku's apartment, see nothing. And then, when Fujimi leaves, Odaka was about to leave, but then he saw Nem's earring attached to the Zeztz hanger. Obviously, he pulls the lever and finds the secret base. There is a little bit of scuffle between Baku and Odaka. A really cool, secret agent scuffle. But Baku cleverly gave Nem the, extreme capsule, used it on Nox, and regained memories of Nox. So, Nox is now back in the picture. Great. Awesome. Now it's the matter of taking down Phantom as of right now. So Baku goes after Phantom. We get the conversation between the lady and Baku, getting their ideals on what Nem wants to be happy about. And then the whole fight sequence happens. It feels very toe-to-toe for the most part. But the lady does have an answer because of the illusions with Phantom. So with that, she disappears instantly. But then we get this really callback conversation with Nox and Fujimi about the whole nightmare situation, calling back to the bet that they originally had. And then a little bit right after that, the Phantom appears as a bodyguard, and instantly Fujimi lost the bet. I just thought that was funny and charming at the same time. It was cool to watch. But then, with the power of recovery that Baku used on the Nox driver, yes. And with Nox's belief, Nox is able to transform back into Kamen Rider Nox. So, we got that whole fight sequence with Phantom. And this time around, Nox really does have an advantage here because Shaos do not cast illusions, or it prevents Phantom from doing illusion stuff. But during that whole fight, Nox was going to defeat the lady. Lady does the Phantom stuff again. But then Nox uses his abilities to trap them in a shadow zone. And then after that, I can't remember. Can't exactly remember what happened. I'm sorry. Again, I only seen the episode once, so memory is a little foggy. I was going to do the episode yesterday, but just a lot of things were going on. So, I apologize. Overall, I thought this was a really good episode, though. It really sets up... Like, it left a very big mystery between Nox and Phantom. But now we got... But now we're getting ready for the fight between Zeztz and Oblivion. Which, I think that is the most exciting fight that I've been waiting for throughout this entire series. Like, I've been so hyped about Zeztz the entire time, and I've always been anticipating what is the final boss gonna be. I'm assuming we knew it was gonna be a nightmare at some point, but a lot of people were thinking also Code 2, so we didn't know until the very end. But technically, we still don't know if Oblivion is the final nightmare or the final boss. We just know that we're at the point now Zeztz is going to fight off Oblivion, which I'm really excited to see how that's going to play out. So overall, I think it was really good. I loved it very much. Now, with that being said, there is some news that I do want to say, and I was going to save it for the near the end, but after Zeztz is done, and after I'm done with my Scout of the Week stuff with the original 32, I'm not going to be posting videos a lot. At least, well, put it this way. I'm not going to be covering mice. Sorry. I'm not going to be covering mice the way that I've been doing for Zeztz. I think what I'm going to do is going to be what I did for Omega, where I'll just cover the series once the series ends. But at the same time, I'm not sure if people can wait that long. A lot of people expect videos to come out week-to-week basis, day-by-day basis. I did not want to be that YouTuber. I wanted to make sure that I spend enough time just recording myself without any editing or anything like that. Just me being real to you guys on my honest opinions. I feel like I succeeded in that front. I felt like I've been doing a good job. But we're coming up to a year now, as of September 15th. And I know it wasn't going to be easy, but I kind of figured it wasn't going to be like a permanent role. So there's a lot of other bigger names out there. Hercules, Zero Agito, even though Zero Agito hasn't posted a video in a long time. Kaza, Marco Satsu, Thomas Jujubee, so many others. Val's Place. there's just so many other TokuTubers that I praise highly. I think one of the biggest inspiration was Toku Topics with Josh or Jane now at this point. I wanted to be part of this community in my own way. But I was hoping that at some point I get to do videos with all the bigger names. I was hoping to share some videos, share some laughs. Because I'm on my own a lot. I mean, thank you, Escott, for being part of this crazy ride. Thank you for supporting me. I can't thank you enough. So, there's that. I don't want to give up of doing this, but I do have to realize where there's a certain fight that you can't win. I feel like I did my mission, sharing my thoughts about a show that I really love, and I feel like I succeeded. So, at least by the end of this, I feel like I achieved something or been part of something that I truly love. So, I'll say my final goodbyes for the... Sorry, Taiga. I'll say my final goodbyes for when the final episodes of Zeztz comes out, and when I'm done with my Scam of the Week stuff. But for now, I just want to say thank you to everyone that's been watching me through this crazy time. So, I promise I'll do it again at the final episodes. That'll be the last time that I'll do it, but that's what's been going on. I need to step back and just focus on me. Mentally, there's nothing wrong. Just for the record, I just been so busy with so much stuff that I haven't had enough time to do, just be me. So, I do what I can, but that's all. So, let me know what you guys think about this episode down below in the comments. Make sure to like and subscribe to be on the lookout for any other future videos. And then, that being said, take care.